Well, most of you, I believe, listen our short story, our short dramatic story in the cattle business, our huge disconnection with nature. Now I wanna share you some more specific details about the management we do at the farm in the rainy and in the dry season. You may think that, as we told you yesterday, why do I have to hear this guy coming from the tropics? But this is because it's the same. The only thing that changes is the species of grass, the genetic pool we need in our cattle, and the the recovery times during the whole year. Of course, the amount of water, you have to deal with it. But I'm going to show you in a few minutes a video, because it can happen to you, a video of a friend in Costa Rica with around 3,000 millimeters of water a year in flatland, heavy red clay soils, and he had to graze because all the ranch had a 10-millimeter film of water, so he had to graze, and I will show you how he figured out not to damage his soil and keep the cow and feed them still milking. So this is my farm. When my dad bought the ranch, you could see the 300 hectares from tip to tip. There were no trees. There weren't anything. Okay, they used to burn every single year. Why? Just because why not, right? They did it. My dad started to take care of these riparian areas. He didn't plant any tree, any single tree. He just started taking care of it. And this is the first. I told you yesterday that I started with the rational grazing, with the expensive way of entering this regenerative grazing. So I installed half an hectare paddocks. This half an hectare, 1 acre around there, paddocks, 140 hectare paddocks of half an hectare. This is my first design with one single road, alley in the middle. And in this area, there's a single road here and more paddocks. Just so like this, there are 140 paddocks. 6 months later, I finished installing all these with the water. There's water, how do you call hydrantes? Hydrants? Okay, beautiful. There, for example, in here, there's an hydrant here that fits with I move a hose, 70-meter long hose with a small trough, water trough, and I can fit all these three. There's one here, and one here, paddocks. There's another water trough around here that fits these ones. Yes. So the trough and the small hose that let me go into the paddocks are portable. So after doing all that work, maybe six months later, I realized that all this work, all this design was wrong. The pipes were bored 60 centimeters down. It's something that you cannot undo. It's not like click, 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 undo, undo, undo. No, you can't do that. So I left it there. I left that design, that infrastructure there to show people what not to do. I'm still working with that. I'm still struggling with the problems it brings. Because with that precipitation, that amount of rain in a single event, and clayey soils, actually I don't have much soil. I'm working on subsoil. There are parts of the ranch, actually this here, that my topsoil, the topsoil has roots, life, activity there, is 2 millimeters deep. I still don't know how plants can thrive there in 2 millimeters of soil. It's amazing. But it's happening. Thank God it's only 1 pasture. But my deepest topsoil goes down to 15 centimeters. That's it. Then is subsoil, what I have. Because it's been washed away, burned away, damaged for it. And I'm still paying the bills from 38 years before. So, this is my first design, roughly. Oh, the papaya thing, we already went there. I'm here, and I believe there was a map. No, there's not. Well, back in the 90s, we don't have water underground. Okay, we have looked for places to build a well, but the water is 200 meters deep under a huge layer of granite. Really, really, really hard. It's and really a low amount of water. So it's not convenient for us to dig for that water. So my dad felt like a beaver a few years ago in the 90s, and he built around, it was 11 ponds in the farm. So those are the ponds that today are feeding us water for the cattle. We don't irrigate anything. We don't irrigate. It's really expensive because the problem is that my dad built the ponds in the lowest points. That's the only problem. So we have to pump everything out of them. Then, well, we went through this. It was a mess. Can you imagine? Do you know the amount of antibiotics and everything you have to go through when doing this? It's amazing. It's massive. In the rainy season, there's a picture I want to show. It's gonna this one. In the rainy season, well, this was my second design. I deleted the whole farm. The first part I installed is this, something around here and here. Okay. Those half an hectare paddocks with water everywhere, with a single alley in the middle of the areas, and it was a mess. Here, I installed an alley around here. This is a road, a main road from more little towns in the back. So I installed another alley for my cattle here in one side. There's another alley here, and there are alleys here, 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 and here. And you can see barely the splits of where the fences are. Yes, four paddocks here, 4 paddocks here. Why so many alleys? Because we jump paddocks. We look every day for the best paddock in a ranch, the one that offers our cattle the best nutrition. So we jump. That's why you see different colors and everything. Yeah. This is the hard way, the expensive way to start. The most easiest way to start is doing this. There's nothing fixed here. Nothing. Everything is portable, even the water, even the water tank that feeds by gravity the troughs. Everything is portable. When I end the grass, consume the grass here, I pick everything up and go to another sector of the farm. This is the cheapest, because when you start this, you don't know really how to grass. You don't know that you have too many questions in your head. And that learning curve can be or expensive or really cheap. You have to make your own mistakes. You will do them. So it's better if it's cheap. So In this part of the ranch, it's only 70 hectares. I have split in halves, half an hectare, and the other 230 hectares, I work like this. Everything is portable. Everything is portable. Later on, I'm gonna make a whole design, start putting fixed fences strategically, not as many as in the other. Yes, to in as fast as the business is giving me money to implement more fixed fences and water. Here was I want to show you how we water our cattle. All these cattle, there were around 140 cows. This is our dry season. 140 cows, and these are the troughs we use to water them. Really, really tiny troughs, around 150 liters each, but fed by gravity. I can feed with one of these. I can water up to 90 cows. That's it. Really cheap. This whole set maybe cost me $25. That's it. And they are 7 years old. So pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. What else? This area is exactly right here. This is post. I took the picture from here to here. Okay. This is how it looks in the rainy season, what we do. And this is my most dramatic picture I can show you. Work on genetics, find out how unadapted is your genetics, run numbers, evaluate your cows, and make dramatic changes. Because grass can be produced really amazingly easy. But genetics takes longer. You have to make dramatic changes in genetics. These calves are now these girls. They still not really well adapted. I'm going to I'm lowering their maintenance with another breed. Look at that body condition with that grass. This grass is almost cardboard. Really, this is amazing. It's old, it's been oxidized already. Oxidation takes really faster down there in the tropics than here or in the deserts. Maybe I think that's it. That's roughly what we are doing. We're selling our calves now, and when we win them, we want to keep them and start. Our objective is to get to the plate of the consumer. So that's all I wanted to share you. You can pull my tongue, pull our tongues to say anything you want. Thank you.